NFL podcast host announces engagement to recent guest. Very accurate.
Nice. Yeah.
There's something different about calling somebody your fiance. This is my fiancée or my wife. There's something more, way more official to it.
Yeah, 100%. I felt that at the game, actually. It was my first time introducing Taylor as my fiance to a few of my teammates.
There we go.
So, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Don't you get giddy saying it?
I did. Yeah, I still get giddy.
I love it.
It's exciting times.
Congratulations again, Trav. Very happy for you and Tay, and can't wait to see what the future holds for both of you. New news. Travis, we got to talk about it.
I don't think we have to, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, in case you missed the Instagram post heard around the world, Travis and Taylor are engaged. Yay!
That's right.
Well,
and thank you guys for the congratulations that you sent out last week.
You saw it?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
It was very nice of you, Jason.
Thank you.
It was very nice of you, although you had already congratulated me.
Yeah,
You had to do it on behalf of New Heights. And
it felt like it would have been weird if we didn't do it, and we wanted to send that message.
What? No, thank you guys.
Oh, okay.
And I appreciate everybody that reached out and sent something, and all the posts and all the excitement that's been going on. It's been really fun telling everybody who I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with. So,
well,
yeah.
How was the last week been?
Exciting.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. Yeah.
Isn't it? There's something different about calling somebody your fiance.
Yeah.
There's a comedian that has a whole bit about it, but I think they nailed it of talking about like it was John Mulaney, I think, is talking about girlfriend versus all of a sudden you're like, this is my fiance or my wife. There's something more, way more official to it.
Yeah,
and it's
100%. I felt that at the game, actually. It was my first time introducing Taylor as my fiance to a few of my teammates.
There we go.
So, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Don't you get giddy saying it?
I did. Yeah, I still get giddy.
I love it.
It's exciting times. Still fresh.
Do we have any advice to other 92%ers that might be popping the question?
Man, you got to know your gal. You got to know your gal or your significant other. You got to know them.
You can't.
And you can't let how somebody else does it make you feel like you need to do it that way.
You can't read about it in a Cosmopolitan magazine and expect that they're going to know your person. You got to know your person.
Yeah. You might be able to get some ideas from how other people did it.
No, fuck that. Fuck those other people.
I hear you. They might get the creative juices going.
There you go. That's okay. I got you.
I would just say know your partner, know who you're doing it for, and do it for the right reasons, baby. Everything else would be beautiful.
I cannot wait to hear more of the planning and everything that will take place. Travis, you are
go crazy.
About to embark on the wedding planning phase of a relationship.
That's the next step. Yep, I've heard about that.
And get ready. It is a lot of fun. Have you ever heard Mike Leach talk about planning a wedding?
No, but that's a wild. Go ahead.
I can't even do it justice. You're gonna have to watch that clip yourself. But Mike Leach is he's a funny man.
Yeah.
No, it's a very exciting time trying to figure out where, dates, all of these things. There is a very important question that Jake and Brandon required me to ask on this show, which is, are they invited to the bachelor party?
Bachelor party, man. How do you even know there's a bachelor party coming?
I don't. I'm just asking this question on behalf of Jake and Brandon.
I haven't thought about it 1 second.
Yeah. So this is a good way to defer.
Yeah.
Well done.
So, but I invite you guys everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
are they invited to the wedding at least?
Well, we're going to see we're going to see how it all shakes out, because I don't want to put them at a table that they wouldn't mesh with.
Well, let's segue here.
Invite them at all.
Let's segue here. 92%ers, for those of you that are unaware, Travis was not the only member of New Heights that has recently been engaged.
Hey!
Intern Brandon has gotten engaged.
Let's go!
So Intern Brandon, I now flip the question on you. Are Travis and I invited to your bachelor party?
Of course.
Yes.
Of course you are.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know what
are we invited to the wedding?
This is news to me.
Of course.
I think we just strong-armed our way into this.
You're in. No,
I have no shame. I am perfectly fine strong-arming my way into this.
A few of my friends texted me like, hey, man, so congrats. We're so happy for you. Are we going to get to hang out with Jason and Travis? And I was like, oh, yeah, cool. That's like your second question is, are Jason and Travis like going to fucking hang out with us? And I'm like, no, not now. But no, you guys are fine.
Gosh.
We'll figure out what we're doing.
Brandon, intern Brandon got engaged in an ocean.
I did.
Truly fantastic. Can we put that photo up?
My little head bobbing in the water like this, and the ring is floating in there. Yeah,
it's a great
fine.
photo.
Travis did it on land, which is much safer.
Land
I did
mammal.
it in the middle of the ocean.
Land mammal.
I got warned.
Brandon went aquatic.
I went aquatic.
I once thought I would do it on water, but you did it.
He didn't do it on water. He did it in water.
Holding the ring while kicking your little feet, trying to fight the current. Terrible idea. Don't recommend it. That's my advice. People pop in the question.
Showed heart.
Listen, that's the most athletic thing I've ever done in my life.
Brandon, I'm sure you have had a lot of people reach out and say
not as many as I think
congratulations.
Travis had, but yeah.
Travis has had so many that I've had people reach out, and that's been one of the more fun things is hearing from coaches and former friends of ours like, hey, can you tell Travis congratulations?
Nice, man.
Sure, absolutely. We'll do.
Yeah. It's been so much fun hearing from everybody, seeing the internet go crazy.
Yeah.
Cleveland Twitter page, the city of Cleveland at City of Cleveland put up their local man and his new fiance stun in engagement pictures. I thought that was
man.
absolutely
That's a great
hilarious.
Local man is a great way to go. That's so good. We also got a great tweet from Awful Announcing. NFL podcast host announces engagement to recent guest. It's accurate.
Nice. Yeah.
Speaking of announcements,
episode was pretty good.
Speaking of, congratulations again, Trav. Very happy for you and Tay, and can't wait to see what the future holds for both of you. But that was, I did go on bussing afterwards with Will and Taylor.
Oh yeah, we love those dudes. Pissed I didn't get a beer with them at the game, but
Trav had already been on, and I had never been on there. I also told the story of us drinking non-alcoholic beers. Which I don't think listen, if you're into non-alcoholic, it's just so weird when you think you've been doing something for the last hour and a half, 2 hours, and then all of a sudden you realize that it hasn't been happening. And you just feel deceived. So how could I be so naive to not even check what that was? But I think
it was a crazy realization because I was the first one that caught it. And I'm sitting there. I had poured a real beer and I had poured the non-alcoholic beer. And I found the taste difference. Yeah. And I was like, this one's like a little sweeter. That's crazy. It's actually a really like delightful taste. And I looked at the can. I'm like, oh, let me see what's zero. Because all I read at first was zero something.
Yeah.
Like it had zero in bold letters. I'm thinking,
I just saw beer and I just assumed it was beer. But
I saw zero and I'm like, zero. What kind of this is like 0 calories, 0 sugar? I'm like in my head, I'm like, that'd be the first 0 calorie beer I've ever heard of.
I saw a bunch of people comment like, how did you not know? Like you weren't buzzing. Like I was drinking before I got in the suite. Like it wasn't like I showed up sober.
I did. I showed up sober and I was sober going into the second half. And I was just like, what the fuck is...
I was drinking all morning at the golf course.
Let me drink 2 and get to where I need to be right now.
Yeah.
Knowing how that first half just ended.
Yeah.
Either way, absolutely hilarious. I told Tay we started dying laughing, and then she made sure to tell you.
Then I'm back there. I had just gotten another one out of the fridge, like,
delicious.
Oh, gosh. What?
Yeah,
what?
0 alcohol.
Chiefs Chargers in Brazil. Trav, how is this week different? Eagles traveled to Brazil last year. I remember a little bit of the talk, but what are you guys getting ready for?
This is the most unique I think it's been in terms of traveling to a game. It's not like you're going to the other side of the world in terms of like time zones and stuff. We're only going two time zones away, but we're traveling half a day. Yeah. So it's an interesting, typically you would go to London and time it up to where you get in London or you get overseas in Europe and you have a whole day in front of you. So you can sleep on the plane. You can, or at least try and get some sleep on the plane to take up the time of the flight.
Yep.
It's a whole thing right now of like trying to get there and get acclimated without losing the sleep schedule, keeping you in tune with, just the times you're waking up and the times you'll be at your peak in athleticism, throughout the day. So it's a bit of juggling that. I know the stadium's 2 hours away from the hotel. That'll be a unique experience, driving to the game for 2 hours, the old college football way that we used to drive to Miami, even though that wasn't that far away. But we were a Delta hand, and we got to play it. Yeah. And it is what it is. I think it'll be rewarding if we go down there and find a way to win, knowing that this is such a unique schedule and unique experience. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited to go down to Brazil, man.
Dude, it's going to be electric.
It is going to be so much fun, man. Yep. And the international games are always a fucking blast, getting to see new fans and how they react to big plays and just how they show up to the game. How they act during the game, whether I'm going to hear chants and stuff. I'm excited for all of this. Yeah. And it's going to be, I already know that the Brazil fans are going to go fucking nuts, and it's going to be a blast, man. Yep.
And I think what you're kind of alluding to is like, there's no time zone changes. So you can't like save time overnight and whatnot. Like you guys are going to lose a whole day Wednesday and just travel because it's a 12-hour flight. And you're not gaining or losing. There's no way to manipulate it. Yeah. So you're just going to get up in the morning, fly down to Brazil, and get nothing in that day other than maybe some film on the plane or film when you land, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you got to be smart with your time, a little bit more strategic with your
dude. Get your Russell Wilson on. Start doing high knees in the aisle. Make sure you're moving around.
I don't know if I'll be doing that, but I got my Nintendo Switch too.
Nice.
And I'm going to be Mario golfing and
they got Mario Golf?
Oh, yeah.
Gosh.
Get hip, cuz.
I can't, dude. I'll be on it all day. I just know it. I got to stay out of it.
You have kids,
I got to stay out of it. Other Chiefs have been weighing in on the topic in the trip to Brazil. Mackenzie Nelson, everything Xavier Worthy knows about Brazil, he says, comes from the Fast and Furious movie. One way to do your research, Xavier.
Okay, X.
One way.
Nice. I have to watch that on the plane.
Pat let us know he had to explain to Travis how a globe works.
First of all, uncalled for, Pat.
I think more than anything, it was just explaining to some guys how far the trip was. Some guys didn't understand how far the travel was, Travis, even though he just was down there like last year. So I was just explaining to him how the globe works.
Very uncalled for. Had no idea that Buenos Aires and Sao Paulo were that close.
Yeah.
I knew Brazil was down there. I didn't realize it was that far down there.
Argentina and Brazil are heated rivals, just so you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just hadn't put those two together.
Yeah. Well,
by now, you've probably heard the news or maybe just the joyful squeals emanating from TikTok or Swifties in your neighborhood. Last week, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, the Kansas City Chiefs football star and the multi-platinum pop princess, or as the happy couple refer to themselves, your English teacher and your gym teacher, announced their engagement. The news was not an out-of-the-clear blue sky surprise. For one thing, the couple have been dating for 2 years. For another, the announcement was so carefully choreographed with such a long and deliberate lead-up and such an obviously elaborate plan for maximum media saturation that it might as well have been the PR plan for a summer tentpole movie. First came the September issue of GQ with Mr. Kelce on the cover. Then Ms. Swift joined him on New Heights, the podcast he hosts with his brother Jason, which broke the world record for most concurrent views for a podcast on YouTube. It also broke news when she dropped the title and release date of her next album, The Life of a Showgirl. Finally, on Tuesday afternoon, the pair broke the internet by posting engagement pictures on each of their Instagram accounts. In a lush garden, there was Mr. Kelce down on one knee, ring in hand. There was Miss Swift with her hands resting on his cheeks. There was the close-up of a diamond as big as the Ritz, all set to Miss Swift's So High School. And just beyond the margins of the photo, perhaps, a huge team of stylists and photographers, assistants, craft service offerings, fans, lights, and so on. You might think anything that deliberate would generate a wave of backlash, a tsunami of cynicism. And yet, judging from the early returns on social media, the general feeling appeared to be, well, delight. Are my daughter and I sitting in a coffee shop crying, BC, I am leaving her at college today? No. Are we crying because Taylor and Travis are getting married? Absolutely, read one fairly typical sentiment. The news feels like a tiny piece of joy in a sea of troubles, a little bit of brightness in the dark. Yes, it was probably all micromanaged. It still made me happy and hopeful. Maybe there are still good men. Maybe love still wins. And maybe we were seeing a new paradigm for the old pairing of beautiful female star and successful male athlete. On paper, stars and athletes have plenty in common: fame and money, a life lived on the road in the public eye, the obligation to bear the public's projections and fantasies. But too often, these dream team marriages end badly, especially when the athlete finds himself asked to share or even cede the spotlight. Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio were Mr. and Mrs. America, the most famous movie star in the world and the hero ballplayer, but their marriage lasted only 9 reportedly stormy months. According to Richard Ben Kramer's biography of DiMaggio, the couple were on their honeymoon in Japan when Monroe was invited to perform for troops in Korea, alone. "Go ahead," DiMaggio told her. "It's your honeymoon." From the stage, she called him. "Do you still love me, Joe?" she cooed. "Do you miss me?" He said he did. It sounded awfully curt. "Joe, you never heard such cheering," she told him when they were reunited. "Yes, I have," he replied. As Mr. Kramer put it, Joe did not appreciate being a prop in her show. Travis Kelce, by contrast, seems entirely delighted to be a prop in Miss Swift's show. Last summer, he made a surprise appearance on her Eras tour where he put on a tuxedo and pretended to revive her during the song, "I Can Do It With a Broken Heart." The recent podcast episode was full of his descriptions about how he was the one with the crush and how earnestly he applied himself to get her to like him. "He was just like standing outside of my window with a boombox," Miss Swift recalled, just being like, "I want to date you. Do you want to go on a date with me? I made you a friendship bracelet. Do you want to date me?" Regarding her decision to say yes, he likes to say he's the luckiest man in the world. Was it all just a pose? Listen to the podcast and decide for yourself, but I don't think so. At a moment when women's professional ambitions are being cast as anti-family and boys are being trained to believe that emotions are weakness, wearing your heart on your sleeve for the self-declared childless cat lady, the president's punching bag, the object of suspicion of so many of your own fans, qualifies as some serious role model behavior. I'm not the only jaded consumer of celebrity news who felt the love. Donald Trump, who so recently opined, "I hate Taylor Swift," was moved to weigh in. "I think he's a great guy, and I think that she's a terrific person. So I wish them a lot of luck." The couple's gorgeous garden venue proposal images and the reveal of Swift's beautiful vintage-inspired engagement ring have already inspired numerous social media posts and analysis. No doubt their wedding celebration will set the stage for bridal fashion, venue aesthetics, and overall event experiences for years to come. According to the experts, the Swift-Kelce wedding celebration will be an immersive multisensory journey. Their big day will unfold in several chapters where guests move through different acts of the day, experiencing reveals and shifts in mood. I expect Taylor to lace the event with Easter eggs, personal nods, and hidden symbols that only the inner circle will decode. That level of layered storytelling will redefine how couples design their weddings for years to come, she adds. Their wedding will redefine the way couples approach guest experiences. Taylor loves surprises, and her wedding will be full of them. Their wedding will spark a wave of couples weaving in hidden details, playful reveals, and interactive elements like love notes to her guests, which make guests feel part of the story, not just attendees. Based on Taylor's latest artistic and personal choices, experts are predicting a strong vintage influence for her wedding. Her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, features her in dazzling old-school glitz and glamour, a look that is expected to be a major theme for her celebration. Moreover, she adds, her ring designed by Kindred Lubeck further confirms that Taylor's current style is leaning into antique glitz with her ornate etched ring. The ring is a clear indication that we can expect to see a rise in over-the-top glamour paired with a deep sense of nostalgia. Whether it's the outfits, the decor, or the venue itself, we will see a return to the classic old money or vintage aesthetic for the next few years. Taylor has long been a mogul of the style and overall feel, referenced famously in her song The Last Great American Dynasty from her 2020 album Folklore. We expect to see an influx of requests for bridal experiences in this vintage, understated style. With a guest list that will likely include some of the biggest names in music and entertainment, the couple's wedding celebrations are expected to boast a diverse and multifaceted entertainment experience. I anticipate a multifaceted experience, more than just a band or DJ, but a sequence of surprise performances and interactive moments planned throughout the wedding weekend. Swift and Kelce's engagement reveal was a showcase of floral storytelling with awe-inspiring installations, symbolic blooms, and vintage-inspired accents. The English-style garden setup exhibited an overall romantic storybook aesthetic that was quite dramatic. We can expect to see more extravagant floral investments like statement arboretums, domed gazebos, and cascading flower walls. Garden venues also have an opportunity to embrace the timeless charm of vintage decor that offers a curated fairy tale aesthetic.